Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we will talk about how God can redeem your life. How has God redeemed your life or your decisions? For me, I did everything in my power to sabotage my life in my early 20s. I nearly threw away everything. But God transformed a nasty situation into a blessed future. God has always been in the business of redemption. We find it from Genesis to Revelation. And there's an amazing example that we will see today in Ruth chapter 3. Now, as you may recall, Ruth has come to Boaz, her kinsman redeemer. She has come to him to ask her to redeem her mother-in-law's property. And he says, I would love to, but I can't, at least not yet. You see, there was another kinsman redeemer who had the first right of refusal. Boaz, like Ruth, is a person of character. So he decides to do the right thing, and they agree to go back to sleep. And that's where we pick it up in chapter 3, verse 14. So she lay at his feet until the morning, but arose before one could recognize another. And he said, Let it not be known that the woman came to the threshing floor. And he said, Bring the garment you are wearing and hold it out. So she held it, and he measured out 6 measures of barley and put it on her. Then she went into the city. Ruth wakes up before the rest and realizes that she needs to get out of here. Bethlehem is a small town that has a gossip chain. The whole city knew when Naomi returned, and the word of Ruth's loving kindness had spread. So for her to be seen leaving the feet of Boaz would not be good. Being people of character, they have not done anything wrong or sinful, and they don't want unnecessary trouble or gossip. So she goes to leave. But first, Boaz fills her outer garment with more barley, as if the previous day's amount wasn't enough. Some commentaries believe that this filling of the garment was symbolic. It was symbolic of a future pregnancy. Now, this may or may not be true. We simply don't know how Naomi would have responded to the sight. But one thing that is for sure is this whole situation is a picture of how God is in the business of redemption. When you hear the name Boaz, does that ring a bell? It should, because Matthew records this in the genealogy of Jesus. Matthew says, Salmon, the father of Boaz by Rahab. Okay, wait a second. Boaz was the son of Rahab? Does he mean the prostitute? Yes, exactly right. Rahab was the prostitute who had heard of the true God in Joshua chapters 2 through 6. She helps out the Israelite spies and puts her trust in God. God used a scandalous person to save the spies and bring about an incredible kinsman redeemer. But so what? What will Boaz do? Will Ruth be redeemed by this other man? Well, we're going to have to find out together. But what we do know is God is in control. He works all things for His good. He truly is in the business of redemption. He takes spiritually dead people and makes them spiritually alive. He transforms dumpster fires into masterpieces. I am living proof, and so are you. So how has God redeemed your past? How has God transformed your situation for His good? Share it in the comments below. So far in this story, this family who had experienced death, famine, and barrenness is now experiencing protection and provision. It is a taste of redemption. So let's recognize God's redemption in our own lives. When we do that, friend, we will win the day.